Hello, this is Mike Lively from the University of Central Florida, and today we're going to deal with that nagging issue of how do you get data to dynamically change on a flex chart. So we're looking at some of my research here at UCF, and this is basically random deposition. And we're going to grow this 3D surface, and we're going to watch this roughness versus time change as the surface grows. And below that I also have a log roughness versus log time, which gives me an exponent of half as the system grows theoretically. So let's go and run the program and let you take a look at it change. So on the right you have the surface growing, and on the left you actually have the charts being plotted dynamically. And you're wondering, how in the heck do you do that? And it's really easy. And it's based upon the fact that these flex charts are based on array collections. And array collections are bindable, and as a result, as you add something to the array collection, that automatically gets inputted to your chart. And at the end here I did a little regression analysis on my log plot down here, and I got my A and B intercept, and you see basically the slope is correct. It is around 0.5, and if you run it several times it varies a little, and it should, because it is a random number generated system. So basically let's go now, take a look at flex charting just a little bit, and show you how to update these charts dynamically. So we're in Adobe Flex right now, and first thing I want to do is show you how to get charts into a Flex project, which is really simple. Adobe has made it really easy. Just go to Windows and go to Components. And when you do that, up comes your components, and at the very bottom is all your charting components. Let's bring this down so you can see it. So you have area, bar, bubble, candlestick, column chart, some other charts, legend, line chart, pie chart, and plot chart, and we're actually interested in plot chart today. And now all you do is basically drag a plot chart onto the screen, and just grab one and drag it on the screen, and when you do, it's going to automatically generate all the code that you're going to need to make that chart run. Okay, so I've already done that for actually two charts. You can see this is what it looks like once you drag it to the screen. And what I've done with these charts, I've actually put them inside of panels so I can move these panels around on the screen. That's fairly easy to do. Let's take a look at the code and discuss how this happened. So I'm in the Adobe Flex code view, and I'm going to take a look at the charting piece. And when you drag that chart to the stage, actually you got this code right here automatically generated, plot chart and plot chart, this little segment here. And what I did is actually just created a panel and stuck it in a panel so it looked nice. And then the most important thing is this array collection right here. That's my data provider. And in my array collection I actually have the names X data and Y data. So it knows to take the X data and put in the X field, and the Y data and put in the Y field. Essentially that's all there is to it. It's that simple to create a flex chart. Now let's go up a little bit and take a look and see how that array data is being generated. So here's my array data, and basically I got a bunch of math going on here that you're not interested in. But when all that math occurs, I actually come up with basically an X position and a Y position for my chart. Let's go up and take a look at that code real quick. So here's my X data being generated, and here's my Y data right here being generated. And now I want to push that X and Y data into an array collection. And I do that using the add item method. So here's my data in curly brackets, and I have X here, that's going to be the name, colon, that's the actual data, X position, here's a comma separating the two, here's Y data, that's the name I'm going to use for my flex chart, here's colon, here Y position with the curly brackets. And so basically this data is being generated dynamically in a for loop, and as it's generated it's actually being pushed into the array collection. That array collection is actually the data provider for the flex chart that I have. Right here, here's the data provider, and that's my array collection. And basically as that array collection changes, it's bindable, and as it changes it actually is stuck right down to the data provider, and the data is changed dynamically. That's all there is to it. And let me show you real quick here. When I declare that array collection, I make it bindable using the bindable expression right there. Basically bindable, private array collection equals new array collection. That simple. And let's look at it one more time down here at the panels. There's my panels, there's my array collection, and when I do the plot series I have a display name, I call it series 1. And here's my X data referring to that X data, that name I gave it in the array collection, Y data, that name I gave it as I pushed in to the array collection. Let's run the program one more time and take a look at it. And there's my data being generated dynamically. And that's all there is to dynamically changing a flex chart. Hey, thanks for listening. This was Mike Lively, and hopefully this will save you a little bit of time down the road.